This is Autoblog. For over 15 years, our team has covered the auto industry. You can find more of our content at Autoblog.com. But here on the Autoblog show, each episode features our favorite videos of the hottest new cars from all over the world. This is what moves us. We're drivers, off-roaders, journalists, tech geeks, gamers, filmmakers, and adventurers. This is Autoblog. On this episode of the Autoblog show, Ken Block himself takes our producer Alex Malberg for a ride in his Hoonigan truck. But first, what happens when you train like an F1 driver for a month? Senior producer Chris McGraw gives up any semblance of a social life to find out if a regular guy could handle it.
So in an attempt to stave off my ever-approaching midlife crisis, I decided to see if an average 30-year-old guy can diet and exercise like an F1 driver for 30 days. So I just got done with my first day's worth of exercise, did some warm-ups, did some indoor biking, took about an hour. It's been a while since I've done anything like that, but I think overall it went pretty well. Now I just gotta go and make some food. I'm 2 meals into the day right now, but nowhere near where I need to be for calories, or for protein, or for fat, or carbs. So I have a lot of eating to do. One of the things you don't notice while watching F1 on the weekends is how incredibly fit these drivers are. All my life I've been a fairly fit guy, but with 30 quickly approaching, I found myself falling out of shape and at the heaviest weight of my life. So in an attempt to stave off my ever-approaching midlife crisis, I decided to see if an average 30-year-old guy can diet and exercise like an F1 driver for 30 days. The first thing I did was reach out to professional strength and conditioning coach Alex Stott, who, in addition to consulting for McLaren and Porsche, has worked with Formula One and IndyCar drivers Alex Rossi, Max Chilton, and Daniel Kvyat. Surprisingly, he agreed to coach me. So the biggest thing with this F1 fitness routine, as with pretty much every fitness routine, is that diet is just as important, if not more important, than the exercises I'll be doing. For this training, my coach has me focusing on what fitness buffs like to call macros, which is just short for macronutrients. I'll be eating 2,100 calories a day, and that's gonna be 130 grams of protein, 65 grams of fat, and 270 grams of carbohydrates, which is a lot more than I'm used to. I'm gonna have no added sugar, no alcohol, and no cheat days during this entire 30-day process. So what does all that look like? For breakfast, I usually have a bowl of oatmeal and a couple eggs, with a few cups of black coffee and 32 ounces of unsweetened iced tea. After my morning workout, I down a protein shake, and for lunch and dinner, I usually have some kind of chicken dish, whether that is plain old chicken breast or a chicken wrap along with some brown rice or whole grain toast to get my carbs in. I'm supposed to aim for 2 liters of water intake a day, which won't be a problem, as well as 5 servings of fruits and vegetables and 3 helpings of fish per week. The food itself is pretty crucial, but the most important tool to help me hit all of my macros is this. It's a kitchen scale, and it can be measured down to the 1/8 of an ounce or in grams, which allows me to know exactly what I'm putting in my body. As far as the exercises go, a lot of it revolves around cardio and core exercises, with 2 days of strength training peppered in. A typical week looks like this. Monday is an easy cardio day, with an hour-long run or bike ride. Tuesday is a strength training day, with 3 different circuits followed by a neck exercise. Wednesday is cardio interval training. While you can do these running or biking, I like to use one of my favorite machines at the gym, the rowing machine. Thursday is another strength day, focusing on legs, chest, shoulders, and core. Friday is a recovery day filled with stretching, while Saturday is my long run day. Sunday is my rest day. So I just got done with my 3rd workout of the week. Yesterday was my first weightlifting workout.
let me tell you how I felt when I woke up this morning. Not great. I was sore, and that, meant that I wasn't lazy yesterday, which I have been for like the last 3 or 4 years. But, man, I was so sore when I woke up. Coach Stock gave me some options today. It was either run, bike, or row. So I decided to do rowing, which was tough. It was difficult, but it was upper body. I haven't done any upper body yet. I averaged hovering around 160 to 165 beats per minute. The higher intensity stuff, definitely more difficult. Just did my ab stuff. Oh, gosh, I want to die. I want to die right now. I feel like death. I'm gonna go home and just lie in the fetal position on my bed for a while. All right, so far I'm a little ways into my run. That's gonna be 90 minutes total today. I think I'm only like a third of the way in. Feeling pretty good. I'm not going very fast at all. It's supposed to be like a light run. Ran through a bit of rain. Now I'm running along the river here. And yeah, feel good. The sun's about to come out, which I was hoping wouldn't happen. Oh well. Halfway done. 45, 46, 47 minutes, somewhere around there. Yeah, still a ways away from home, obviously. For this, I just decided to really just take it easy, try to enjoy the run, especially since it's 90 minutes long, and not really worry about my pace. My app is telling me like what my pace is at. It's not good, but I don't know. I need to stop thinking that way. That like a certain pace is good. The fact that I'm not on the couch right now, that's good. So who cares what my pace is at? After a whole week of strictly sticking to the schedule of dieting and exercise, I was sore but proud. And I have to say, I was a bit surprised when I hopped on the scale Monday morning.
All right, Monday morning is here. Monday morning is here. I have finished my first week of the F1 training program. I'm super pumped because I just did my first weigh-in since this started. My coach recommended me not weigh myself every day because with fluctuations in hydration and you're eating day to day, you can actually gain weight during the week, but overall have a loss. So what do? I wake up, let the dog out, go to the bathroom, and weigh myself on Monday mornings. That's what I do every Monday morning. That way I'm consistent. I don't do it after breakfast because then I'll have food in my stomach. I don't, drink a ton of water beforehand because I don't have that weight in my stomach. I want it to be super consistent and accurate as possible. And when I stepped on the scale today, I was 4.8 pounds lighter than I was last Monday morning. Super pumped. 1 week, almost 5 pounds lost. My rest day was yesterday. Day before that, as you saw, was the 90-minute run. I'm still pretty sore from the 90-minute run, but I also have to do a 60-minute run or bike today. It is pouring out right now. Rest day went pretty well. I went for a short hike and did some bouldering outside. What a great rest day. The thing about rest days, you don't have to work out. You still have to pay attention to what you're eating. There are no cheat days here, because if I had a cheat day, I'd probably eat like 5,000 calories and gain all that weight back. I am very, very excited, anxious to see what this will look like in another week, and another week, and another week. They say that habits form after like 3 weeks. So if I could keep it a habit to work out and eat healthy like this, that would be awesome.
All right. Wow, I look ridiculous in this outfit, but that's what happens when you start running when it's 38 degrees and raining out. Yeah, it's like end of May and it's that gross out. Feet are soaked. And I'm like not that far into my run. Probably around halfway. I'm supposed to do 45 to 60 minutes, super easy. I gotta be honest with you, I don't know if any run for me is super easy lately, but I'm giving it a try. I'm still pretty motivated from the 5 pounds that I've lost already. Yes, that is snow in the mountains behind me. It is May 21st and it snowed last night. Fun stuff. Just got done with my first weight session of my second week of training. it sucked a little bit. I added 10 pounds to the deadlift, added another 10 pounds to the Romanian dumbbell deadlift, and worst of all though was the ab work, which for some reason my balance was not great today. My legs are tired, my abs are tired, my back is tired, my arms are tired, everything's tired. Alright, doing something a little different for my cardio today. Instead of running hills around Golden, I'm hiking up a 14er. This is Quandary Peak, and currently I am sitting at, let's see, right about 12,000 feet. It's a gorgeous day. Just take a look. 2,000 feet to go. Alright, I made it. It's the top of my first 14er. Quandary. It is gorgeous up here. So nice. Check out some of these views. Weeks 2 and 3 flew by, and while I added weights and reps to my workouts, everything seemed to be going along smoothly. There were a few days I really didn't want to go to the gym, but I forced myself to go anyway. After week 2, I had lost a total of 7.5 pounds, and had increased most of my lifts by 10 to 15%. By the end of week 3, I was down another pound, but at this point, how I was feeling was more important than the number on the scale. I don't know if this is something that the workout necessarily brought up, or just like having more of a routine. I work from home, I travel a lot, don't really exercise on a regular basis until now. I'm staying home, not traveling during this 30-day period, so I can focus on my workout, my diet, and having everything so specific has really helped me with my organization in my life in general. I get a lot of sleep in general, a lot more than I did when I lived in Michigan and had to commute and all that jazz. But now that I'm like working out and eating a lot more than I usually do, I have been getting a lot more sleep, like 8 or 9 hours a night, which is really awesome. I've been drinking a lot more water just because I'm like more conscious of it, like a gallon a day at least. And I've been a lot more organized in life in general. I know my schedule a lot better. I like map everything out. When am I gonna work out? When am I gonna wake up? When do I eat lunch? When do I eat dinner? All that stuff. And I also like have just been keeping my apartment cleaner. I don't know if that's a side effect or just, randomness to this whole thing, but it's definitely a benefit. I feel a lot better when I come home from a run. I could throw my clothes in the laundry, get changed in warm clothes, and then sit down and I have food in the fridge, meal prepped out for me. I don't have to pick up a bunch of crap that's lying around the house. I can just sit down, eat, relax. Yeah, so there's more benefits than I thought to this whole process. Not only the physical benefits, but there's like this kind of mental benefit of organization and relaxation, and I'm not really tired anymore either.
It's only water, it's either sink or swim. Can't hold back your light and expect to win. Gotta go harder, oh, you've gotta learn. Don't suppress your fire, baby, let it burn.
It might be gloomy and rainy and dark out, but I'm not feeling gloomy at all right now because my F1 training is over. 30 days, dieting, exercising like an F1 driver, done, complete, boom. Let's go over what happened in the 30 days. So no cheat days happened, no added sugars, no alcohol. I also lost 10 pounds in 30 days. I have hit the 150s for the first time in a long time, and I'm super pumped about that. I've also kind of made it a habit of working out this much, at least the running portion of it, and the eating has become more of a habit for me too. My strength gains, it doesn't matter if you lose weight, if you lose all of your strength in the process, you need a lot of strength going around those tracks. I'm happy to say that my strength gains are anywhere between 15 to 20% depending on what workout I'm doing. I lost like 1.5, 2 inches on my waist. Need to buy new pants now. I really wish I hadn't bought new blue jeans before this started. I bought some like a week before because I'm stupid.
So now I gotta go out and buy some new jeans. And finally, that first week, man, that first run was brutal. 90 minutes, I hated it the whole time. Even the second week, which was 2 hours long, I hated it. Now I kind of look forward to running. I stopped paying attention to what my pacing was at. That was really stressing me out. And once I stopped doing that, I really started to enjoy it. So I'm gonna keep running. Who knows, maybe I'll start competing in triathlons again. That would be super awesome. I think just having a dedicated schedule for the first time in a long time revolving around workouts definitely helped me out a ton and just made me feel like my whole entire life was kind of more organized than it usually is. Did I get Lewis Hamilton 8-pack abs? Of course not. It takes more than 30 days to get 8-pack abs. At least when you start where I started off. Maybe I have like a 2-pack going on, you know, I could actually see an outline of my ab muscles, and that's pretty exciting for a guy who was, you know, at his highest weight of his life 30 days ago. But overall, my thoughts on F1 drivers, you know, it's tough doing this when this is all you have to focus on. I definitely have a lot of respect for the F1 drivers out there for staying this fit. Check out the article on Autoblog.com. I have my fitness routine, I have some more diet information, I have a more detailed journal in there too, so you can know what to expect if you want to train like an F1 driver for 30 days.
Autoblog is the complete source of breaking car news, in-depth reviews, exciting videos on all the hottest cars. If you're in the market for a new ride, shop our thousands of listings, or use our car finder to discover your perfect match. Visit Autoblog today.
So today's gonna be pretty fun. We are gonna be riding with Ken Block today in his Huna truck. It's a old F-150. How awesome is this? I love my job.
What was this truck, if you don't mind me asking?
I mean, like the original truck?
Yeah.
I mean, it was just a stock 70s Ford F-150. So we bought it. You know, there's plenty of them out there on the market. And so I actually am really partial to this truck because I grew up, you know, being driven around in it.
Yeah.
Putting my dirt bike in the back. And so when we were looking to make another kind of cool, unique, different vehicle like the Unicorn, this was instantly one of my ideas because it really harkened right back to my childhood.
I love it.
Yeah, me too. All right, back out there.
All right, let's do this.
You're watching the Autoblog Show. Coming up, a look at the famous Pikes Peak hill climb in Colorado. Every year, teams of talented drivers race to the clouds up the nation's second highest road, competing for the best time possible.
How's it going, Autobloggers? Senior producer Chris McGraw here. I wanted to talk to you about my favorite shoots, and one in particular. I've had a lot of shoots in my 7 years here. A lot of them stand out to me, but one of my favorite days on the job actually happened as soon as I moved out to Colorado. And shortly after that, I was on the side of Pikes Peak for the Pikes Peak hill climb. If you're not familiar with the Pikes Peak hill climb, basically it's just a race up Pikes Peak, which is a mountain that's over 14,000 feet in elevation. We call them 14ers out here in Colorado. There's over 50 of them. There's only two that you can drive to the top of, Pikes Peak and then Mount Evans. Mount Evans is actually the tallest road in North America. Pikes Peak is number 2. In 2018, Volkswagen had their electric race car, the IDR, there. And so they invited me out to Colorado Springs for some of the pre-race laps. So they get to do a couple of runs up the hill as practice. And Volkswagen was looking to not only win the race, so it's one at a time, not multiple cars at a time, it's just a time race. Volkswagen was looking not only to win the race, but to beat the overall record. Up until 2018, no one had ever made it up the mountain in less than 8 minutes. So they were trying to beat this 8-minute mark. A few things you should know if you're not familiar with mountain driving. Naturally aspirated engines lose quite a bit of power when they're at higher altitude. There's thinner air, less compression, less horsepower. Electric cars don't have that issue. Electric motors do not have that issue. And then turbo and superchargers can mitigate some of that horsepower loss, but not completely. So by bringing an electric car, Volkswagen was fairly confident in breaking that record.
And he's off.
And there he goes. Romain Dumas. Holy smokes. That is one extremely fast car. I mean, it was about a second from the time it left the starting line until the time it was out of sight. Unbelievable.
Not only did Volkswagen break the previous world record of 8 minutes 13.878 seconds, which was set in 2013 by Sebastian Loeb in a specially prepared Peugeot race car, the IDR got to the top of Pikes Peak in under 8 minutes, with a time of 7 minutes, 57.148 seconds, more than a quarter of a minute faster than anyone else in history. That's an average speed of over 90 miles per hour on a road where there is a razor-thin margin of error. While this record still stands today, with the incredible advancements of electric race car technology, we fully expect it to be broken once again.
Thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoyed this episode of the Autoblog Show. For a lot more of our content, check us out at autoblog.com, where you can find the latest reviews and news on all of your favorite cars.